It's Monday night. We're at Red Lobster. Low key, I'm gonna kill 60 shrimp.
20, 30, 40. 45 shrimp.
5,000.
One way you can't have it is unlimited.
Because I know how to do math.
Iconic seafood chain Red Lobster has been in hot water lately, declaring bankruptcy earlier this year, with some blaming its failure on an endless shrimp promotion that never actually ended, and private equity practices that put the brand even further out to sea. But now, the company's exited bankruptcy, and I got a chance to sit down with its new CEO, 35-year-old Damola Adomoleken, about what went wrong, how he's getting things back on track, and how he started running major companies at such a young age. Plus, I got the inside scoop on those biscuits and what things are changing on the menu.
Shrimp aside, shrimp included, whatever way you see it, I'm interested to know, what do you think went wrong at Red Lobster?
So, the decline happened over a long period of time. This wasn't a one decision that led the company into bankruptcy. It's a multitude of decisions over a number of owners that add up. I think fundamentally, when a company is successful, it's important to remember what made them successful.
Could you sum up the Red Lobster brand, both what it is and what you hope it will be, in 3 words?
Yeah. Relevant, compelling, and exciting is what we want Red Lobster to be for the future. And so we're working on that now.
The plan is what he calls a brand refresh, courtesy of a $60 million investment from the new owners of Red Lobster. The chain's previous private equity owners have been blamed by some for sinking the chain.
Private equity is not like the bad guy, but it can be like anything else. There's good and there's bad. There's people who do it well, there's people who do it not so well. Private equity runs into issues where it becomes too short-sighted, where it becomes, what can we do in the next 2 years, 3 years to squeeze as much value as possible and then sell it to somebody else? And that does exist, unfortunately.
The previous private equity owners eventually sold the chain to seafood company Thai Union, a partnership that raised eyebrows when it came to that unlimited shrimp deal.
Is there anything to be made about the larger shareholder at the time also being a distributor of, shrimp?
Taking Red Lobster aside, if the company that owns the shrimp is selling the shrimp to the restaurant, any restaurant, they have an incentive to get as much shrimp out of the door as possible because the restaurant will buy more. It makes sense. I wasn't here, I don't know, but it's a reasonable, I think, position.
Part of his new plan, changing the menu to add more affordable options.
This entire section is what I call the affordability section, right? It's not named that, but these are the things that are great value within the menu. And I want to highlight that so people don't think we're too expensive, right? Because we sell lobster and crab. But you can get shrimp linguine pasta for 15 bucks. You can get salads and bowls for about the same price point. Shrimp your way, 3 variations of shrimp for $20. So there is some great value within the menu, and it's important to highlight that so people can find it easily.
He says they are removing some items, but they're introducing new ones and bringing back some old favorites.
There was a social media riot over us taking off the hush puppies a few years ago. So that is coming back.
And maybe one day, as a promotion, you might do unlimited shrimp.
There's such a thing as restaurant PTSD. Nobody wants to talk about it. Restaurants being closed and people losing jobs, so it's all tied into together in people's minds. So it's not really part of the conversation. But I say never because it could one day come back, and then I don't want to be a liar, right?
One thing he says is never going away, those famous Cheddar Bay biscuits, which I kind of became an expert at making.
All right, look at this.
We're gonna make some biscuits.
Tell me about some of the other stuff you've tested in here.
We tested everything for the new menu. I think very importantly to the viewer, yesterday, we tested a bunch of tartar sauces because we're gonna fix the tartar sauce.
TikTok has some thoughts about the tartar sauce.
It's being fixed. I hear you, TikTok. I agree. So the first thing you're gonna do is pour in 2 cups of freshly shredded cheese. There you go, all of it, it's all going. There you go, beautiful. This is where the athleticism comes in. So we're gonna mix this. And we're gonna mix the biscuit mix, the water, and the shredded cheese together. Sort of fold it over itself. I had to take a few tries to get this right. But
How many times have you made these?
I came in for my training, and I was really interested in the biscuits. So it was the first thing I made at training.
Do you have advice for any young person who's interested in getting into business who sees you and thinks, hey, I wanna do that by that age?
I would recommend, number 1, to excel at the thing you're doing today. It's hard to get to your destination without steps, and each step creates the next opportunity. Number 2, I'd say emotional control is really important, and I don't think people talk about that enough. It's important to be calm and solid, especially as a leader. People watch you. And then number 3, I'd say getting some space. It's hard with social media, I'm not on it for that reason. But you need to create time to think, you need to create time to know yourself, you need to create time to come up with your own ideas. Otherwise, you're just gonna be an amalgamation of everybody you talk to, which is everybody constantly, especially when you're online. So you're just gonna be a mix of the thousands of things you see every day. You're not gonna have your own opinions, your own perspectives, your own way of thinking, your own view on the world, your own goals. Well done. Nice job. Those are great looking biscuits, I must say.
I think I overdid my butter a little bit.
I don't think you did. I think it's perfect. I think you like butter, and I accept you for that.
Yeah. Now, would you ever charge for the biscuits?
We'll never charge for the biscuits. That's complimentary at every Red Lobster, and that's not going to change.
So it's unlimited biscuits.
I don't want to say that. It's part of our service.